Peter with AM and PM Tutoring. If I offered you a job paying $100 an hour, I bet you would take me up on it. Well, guess what? You're hired to study for the ACT. Most people don't realize just how lucrative it can be to invest a little bit of time to bring your score up. So, to help it be more clear, I thought I would illustrate with a few scenarios today. I started off by picking a school close to where my wife grew up, Weber State University. So suppose that you're a student who has gotten a 22 on the ACT the first time that they took it, and you have a 2.9 GPA. A lot of experts suggest that it takes about 50 hours of study to bring your overall ACT score up by 1 point. I personally think it's a little bit less than that, but for the sake of argument, we'll go with it. Currently, they have a 2.9 GPA, and they got a 22 on the ACT. So they are not getting any scholarship at this point. But if they were to invest 50 hours of study to bump up their score to a 23, then they would qualify for $2,000 worth of scholarship. Making $2,000 for 50 hours of study is 2,000 divided by 50 is $40 an hour. Let's look at another example. Let's say that you have a 3.8 GPA and you currently have a 26 on the ACT. If they put in those 50 hours, that will increase them from an $8,000 scholarship to a $14,000 scholarship. That's an additional $6,000 or $120 an hour. Now, if that same person was willing to put in 200 hours of study to jump from a 26 up to a 30, they would be making $79.72 per hour for every hour of those 200 hours that they were studying. Hopefully you're starting to see that for most people, this can be extremely lucrative if you're willing to put in just a little bit of time and effort to improve your score on the ACT. Now, if you're going to a more expensive school or you're going to an out-of-state college, this can be even more lucrative to you. For example, I picked the University of Utah, which is where I did my graduate studies, and their out-of-state tuition for a 4-year undergrad scholarship is $115,152. Now, let me just say as a side note here, I would never recommend spending that much money for an undergraduate degree if you don't have a scholarship. But let's say that you can get the scholarship. Let's say that you have a 3.6 GPA and you've gotten a 25 on the ACT and you're willing to bring your score up to a 26. Well, guess what? You've now gotten $12,000 more worth of scholarship for studying 50 hours. That is $240 an hour. If you were making that year-round at a full-time job, you'd be making $480,000 a year. Now, I have to mention this just for comparison. A lot of people hope to get a sports scholarship. Now, there's nothing wrong with being involved in sports. I think sports are a great part of life. However, if you're banking on a sports scholarship, you may be being a little bit unrealistic. The NCAA scholarships that are given out, only 2% of the people who are hopeful for them qualify for them. And on average, they pay out $11,000 or less. Now, if you multiply out the amount of money that you could be getting with a sports scholarship by the chances of you getting it, you end up with a probability of about $220 total. That's not great odds. You could be making that much in an hour just studying for the ACT. I'm not saying you need to quit the basketball team, but if you took just a few of those 200 hours that you're spending practicing basketball and you invested them in studying for the ACT and bringing your score up a point or two, you'd have a much better chance of getting a hefty scholarship and still hopefully being able to play a little bit of basketball on the side while you're in college. Hopefully this video has been helpful in illustrating for you just how worth your while it is to study for the ACT. Every hour you spend studying is worth its weight in gold. I'd like to challenge you to go to the website of the college that you'd like to get into and look up their chart for scholarships. Figure out how much money you could be making per hour studying for the ACT. And comment below. Tell me, how much money would you be making per hour? You don't have to like the ACT, but you can like this video, and you can subscribe to our channel where we're constantly releasing more videos to help you get ready for the ACT in as efficient a manner as possible. If you're looking to hire a tutor, or if you would just like my free materials for preparing for the ACT as quickly as possible, shoot me an email at helpmecrushtheact@gmail.com. Thanks, and I hope this was helpful.